All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, another trade recap. And to be fair, today was quite lively. It was quite a few trade entries that you could have possibly taken. Let me go ahead and clear all the drawings. And I'm going to go and start off on the daily. Let's get straight into it. You can see we're delivering after sweeping these daily lows. We were looking for this for a while. So we induced those lows and liquidity was swept. And major thing you should look out for are these volume imbalances. So we're actually delivering from a volume imbalance. I like to treat them like normal fair value gaps, but even stronger, to be honest, especially on the daily chart. So if you go ahead and look at that, we have a volume imbalance. We're delivering from there. And you can see we're kind of moving bullish. And then also we have another volume imbalance up here. So when market opened, we had volume imbalance below and above. And obviously, as you guys know, that was also a open of a monthly fair value gap that we also tapped into. So I do expect us over the next few weeks to trade lower into these. But yeah, so as market opened, I'm already thinking I don't want to take any longs here just because. So let me actually show you where market opened. Right there. So I have a little, there we go. Right there, that's when market opened. So before that, obviously we have loads of low resistance liquidity, all these lows, all these engineered lows. And then obviously at the bottom, we had this sell side liquidity as like a target. So taking longs at this point is just kind of a joke, especially leaving all this liquidity below. But in my opinion, something actually a lot better happened. We actually rallied up at market open and tapped into this 1 hour gap. So we tapped into the not 1 hour gap, sorry. Yeah, actually it is a 1 hour gap. We tapped into a 1 hour gap. We also tapped into a 4 hour gap, as you can see. And then also that daily volume imbalance. So that's a big thing for me. Now after we have tapped into that daily imbalance, we immediately get on the 1 minute and 2 minute, we get a really nice inverse. Now I will say I did not take this trade. It was just a bit too risky for me, especially with that volume imbalance, that unmitigated volume imbalance above. We didn't really trade into it that far, you know, so it wasn't. We also did just inverse a 4 hour as well. So we actually ended up inversing this 4 hour that we traded in for a day or two, you can see. So I wasn't too confident. I wanted to see more clarity in the market. But yeah, on the 2 minute, I'd say was the better entry. We had a nice liquidity sweep, like this. And then the entry, very nice. We had, would have gone break even at around here. And then had some nice imbalance below. And of course, our target would be the LRLR and this sell side liquidity below. So I think this was really nice. In hindsight, it was really nice. So, however, the second entry would have been, you could either 1 minute or 2 minute, would be this second fair value gap that was formed. This is on the 2 minute. And then you could have shorted here as well down to those lows. That one's a lot safer to take because you can already see the intentions of the market. You know, at this point up here, you're not really sure if we're going to respect this fair value gap. It is quite a small fair value gap as well, especially on the 1 minute, you can see. And then, yeah, it's also on the 3 minute as well. Looks quite nice. An entry down here. So yeah, those were the two shorts that I kind of saw. I really liked this second short through these LRLR and the sell side liquidity. Very safe, very nice short indeed. It's a no-brainer. Whenever you have low resistance liquidity like that, resting below, along with a nice liquidity pool, it's yeah, it's very hard to ignore that. The trade I did take, however, was actually in the opposite direction. So we did sweep, obviously, these lows. We swept this low, and then we then swept equal lows here after moving down a little bit. Bear in mind, I'm actually still bearish. Okay, so this is something you need to understand. I'm still bearish. At this point, after we've kind of dumped a little bit, I'm targeting these lows here. So this is a 15-minute protected low. I'm keeping a keen eye on that. So when you come onto the 1 minute, you can see we swept that along with equal lows as well. And to me, that was enough, especially after I saw this really, really nice, strong inverse candle. So I actually went long here. I didn't target anything crazy just because I'm still bearish for the day. You can see we're just dumping. I put on the Discord as well that, you know, after this, I'm one and done just because I know we're just going to dump. We have, you know, monthly fair value gap. We have daily imbalances below. You know, we have stuff to fill. So I just know we're going to dump for the rest of the day. However, I was able to catch a long. I just felt like after such a big displacement, you usually see after sweeping such a massive low, this 15-minute protected low, that we're going to get a nice inverse. And we did get a nice inverse, and I rode that up. I took partials here, and I went break even around here. Honestly, this for me is an A setup. I wouldn't call it an A plus just because technically we're going against bias. Definitely bearish today. Well, that was the kind of story I built in my brain, was I was bearish. But, you know, if it wasn't for that, I'd definitely say this is A plus setup. Beautiful liquidity sweep. We got a nice V-shaped recovery from this like that. Inverse candle was brilliant. We had little to no resistance on the move up. We went break even quite early, and then we were able to take partials at this high and then hit full TP at around 10:30. So that's New York time. So yeah, very happy with that. It's been good. I mean, there's probably going to be some more, you know, entries later today. I did see something as well here, but bear in mind I'm one and done now, so that's me done for the day. But we did see something like this here earlier, which would have been a winner down to these lows. So you could also make a case for this, especially if you're bearish today, which you should be in my opinion. Why am I bearish? I mean, it's pretty simple. Obviously we're rejecting off a 4 hour. In my opinion, if you just go on the daily time frame, you can see how long we've been chopping in this range. There is so much imbalance below us. Go on the weekly time frame, we've got massive imbalance. You know, we're just trading in this range. We haven't got news for this whole week as well, so I don't know. Definitely bearish. I mean, I don't see us trading higher, but I could be wrong. But yeah, those are the trades for today. Very nice, very clean. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to kind of talk about. Took that trade at around 10:22. So again, did not have to wait very long. I mean, a lot of people took this trade. Yeah, honestly, both were really good setups. Both were really good setups. I'd rate this one the best one. I know a lot of people are going to be focusing on this trade today, this short, which was a really good short. So yeah, that's all. That's the trade review for today. But yeah, let's